Good morning. Welcome to ERA Demo Day. I'm John Axelrod, co-founder of ERA. We're going to get started in just a minute, but first, a quick hello from our team.
Welcome to ERA Demo Day. I'm Murat, co-founder of ERA.
Hey, I'm Emily.
Hi, I'm Jeremy.
Hi, I'm Karen.
Hey, this is Sharon.
Hi, I'm Brian.
Hi, I'm Ina.
Hi, I'm Cheryl Ann.
It's a different kind of demo day for all of us here at ERA today. Thank you for joining us to support startups and entrepreneurship. For those of you we're used to seeing our New York Demo Days, welcome back. It's great to have you here as always. And for those of you joining us for the first time from around the country and around the world, we're pleased to have you. We think that each and every one of you is going to find at least one company this morning you're going to be excited to be investing into. But we're going to keep this introduction short. You're not here to hear from us. You're here to hear from the 13 incredible founders who are part of the ERA Winter 2020 cohort. This group of founders and startups joins the more than 200 alumni companies of ERA who've presented on demo days before them. And collectively, this grouping is serving and disrupting just about every industry and impacting every corner of technology. To state the obvious, the world has changed a lot over the past several months. The one thing that we think hasn't changed and believe is more true today than ever is the importance of startups and the power of the entrepreneurial spirit. We believe startups, like the ones you're about to hear from this morning, are going to be core to driving the economic recovery, both in New York and around the world. These 13 founders have made tremendous progress in the last 5 months, despite the headwinds that we all know have been out there. They've been adaptable, they have been resilient, and they've actually accelerated their companies. They're a group of disruptors betting on change, but also making life better for those around them. From helping employers make employee health care more accessible, to making parental leave more accessible to many more folks. From making that last mile package delivery on demand happen more efficiently, to making online scheduling of meetings happen just better for everyone. They're creating tomorrow's future today. Over the past few months, we've been awed by the ERA community and how it's come together to help one another. Mentors, friends, alumni, and startups alike have come together on a near daily basis to help each other with hundreds of problems. They've literally dropped everything to try to create a support network for each other. And collectively, it's been remarkable to watch. It's exactly the kind of network and community we hoped to start when we created ERA 10 years ago. And the community coming together has really been inspiring to all of us. But the community coming together for each other has just been a small part of it. What's been most important has been watching how that community has come together to try to help the broader world at large. From companies that have helped create food and deliver food services to those first responders and hospitals who needed them in New York and Washington, to another company that created a network to deliver PPEs to health systems who need it, from a company that's created telemedicine services for millennials in need of urgent care, to another that's created telemedicine services for seniors in need of critical care, from a company that's created an AI chatbot to help triage COVID symptoms for major medical services, to another that's created a mental health platform to help deliver mental health services to employers and employees alike. They've been creating services and products that have helped so many folks, and we couldn't be more proud of them.
Today, we are very excited to introduce you 13 amazing companies from our Winter 2020 portfolio. So these are great companies building extraordinary businesses. And as all of you would agree, these are the best times to invest in startups. Historically, when you look at data, the most technologically progressive decade in US history was the 30s during Great Depression. And if you look at the data from the last 40 years, the best time to invest in startups was during the 2008 financial crisis. Companies like Uber, Dropbox, Airbnb, Pinterest, Spotify, they raised their first rounds during the financial crisis. And today, these companies are worth more than $200 billion. Some very lucky early investors in that picture. And in that same context, we are very excited to introduce to you today 13 amazing investment opportunities. But none of this would have been possible without our amazing sponsors who have always been with us, who have always been supporting us. Thank you to our sponsors. And of course, our network of amazing 500 plus mentors that kept meeting with our companies, that kept helping our companies, and that kept working with our companies to make their businesses better, even in these difficult times. Thank you to our mentors. And our lead mentors who met with their companies every week, every day, helped them during those difficult times, made sure that they adapted to the current situation and they went through this in the best possible way. Thank you to our lead mentors. And of course, as every demo day, we are very lucky to have amazing pitch coaches that work with our companies very closely to make sure that the pitches you're about to see match the company's businesses, which are at a very high level today. And now, on to the show. Here's our first lead mentor to present the first company.
Hi, I'm Beth Dumbo, venture partner at ERA, and the lead mentor for Undock. Do you know anyone who loves to schedule meetings? Me neither, until I met Undock. For the facts, here comes Nash, founder of Undock.
The way we work has drastically changed overnight. It's always been hard to schedule a meeting, but now you can't even drop by someone's desk. Getting time with your own team feels as challenging as meeting with someone at another company or another continent. It's time for a fundamentally different approach. Undock helps people instantly find time to meet without ever looking at a calendar. It's why we have 1,000 people on our wait list from companies like Stripe, LinkedIn, Robinhood, and over 30 VC firms. They're tired of the endless back and forth emails and playing calendar tag. We've been going about this all wrong. I'm Nash, CEO and co-founder of Undock. Welcome to Predictive Scheduling. Predictive scheduling works like autocomplete. Say you're arranging a meeting in email. As you're typing, Undock suggests mutually preferred meeting times instantly. These predictions take into account what we know about you, your availability, your preferences, and your scheduling behavior. We compare this with everyone else on the email. It doesn't matter if they work at another company or if they're on Microsoft and you're on Gmail. We can even make predictions if the other person doesn't have Undock. It works like magic, and it's always learning. To read dates, to read intent. It's even learning to read any calendar page. We'll do the work for you without you ever leaving your inbox, and we do this without giving up privacy or control. This is incredibly hard, but with our patent-pending AI, we've cracked the code. It's a breakthrough in tech, methodology, and user experience, and it's working. Our power users create 70% of their meetings with Undock and use it every single day, even before the obvious network effects. This speaks to the speed and efficiency of Undock. Take Zoe. Arranging meetings between her global team, contractors, and clients would take days. So she decided to try Undock, and now she schedules in a matter of seconds. Within 1 week, 13 of her coworkers joined, and she continues to make referrals to her network. We provide value, they provide virality, and this is just the beginning. Undock is going to own the calendar and everything around meetings. We've already enabled a collaborative agenda and note-taking capabilities that overlays on any conferencing platform. So imagine all of your meetings masterfully curated by predictive scheduling. We're penetrating this market with our free predictive scheduling engine. We charge $10 to $50 per user per month for premium scheduling, documentation, and conferencing, and we know how to monetize. From our legacy voice and conferencing offerings, we have $230,000 in annual recurring revenue. And today, we're officially launching our new meeting platform at undock.com. The timing is right and the opportunity is huge. Companies spend $20 billion a year to have meetings, and it shouldn't surprise you that since COVID, online meetings are up 2,000%. My team and I were already building Undock to manage meetings for a hybrid of in-office and remote work. I'm a developer and designer who's built multiple telecom businesses grossing over $25 million in revenue. My co-founder, David, spent 6 years at Zynga and brings their data-driven approach to growth virality, and performance marketing. And along with our VP of Engineering, my college roommate, and 4 other world-class engineers, we've built a 10x better meeting experience directly into your workflow. So if you feel stuck fiddling with a bunch of tools to schedule, host, and document a single meeting, we'd love for you to join us at Undock on our mission to coordinate when work happens. Thank you.
My name is Art Micklin and I'm the lead mentor for Fieldclix. The world doesn't stop. This year we're using more bandwidth and putting more strain on the communications infrastructure than ever before. Here to help to optimize the remote field construction industry is Fieldclix.
Hi, I'm Rob, co-founder at Fieldclix. We're an enterprise SaaS platform that leverages mobile technology to manage remote construction projects. I'm excited to tell you why we have over 30 clients, including Verizon, and are already at $530,000 in annualized revenue. The US spends more than $150 billion a year building and upgrading our communications and power infrastructure. Over 23,000 construction companies in the US are managing this work, and they mostly rely on outdated tools and manual processes. Just think about that. The construction of leading-edge infrastructure like 5G, charging stations, and smart cities are being managed with whiteboards and spreadsheets. Let me introduce you to my co-founder, Dwayne. He used to own a wireless construction company. He quickly grew from 40 to 250 employees building cell towers and 5G antennas. Unlike large single-site construction, such as commercial buildings or bridges, these are high-volume, short-term projects, typically lasting just 3 to 7 days. Dwayne's team was managing hundreds of these projects across 7 states, yet they had no visibility into what was happening in the field, which represented more than 70% of Dwayne's operating costs. And the stakes were high. A 1-day delay on any project could mean a budget overrun by up to 30%. Dwayne wasn't alone. Thousands of these projects take place every day across the United States, and there was no existing software designed for the unique challenges of this type of construction. Until now. Dwayne and I built Fieldclix to help companies like his take back control of their business. We bring real-time collaboration, proprietary GPS tracking, and data analytics to optimize the management of remote construction. With Fieldclix, our clients can make changes to in-flight projects while there's still time to make a difference. To date, more than 30 companies have replaced their outdated spot solutions with Fieldclix. In the past year, we've grown revenue by 200% to achieve over $530,000 in annualized revenue. Our clients are paying as much as $60,000 a year on recurring monthly contracts, and we've hit these milestones with no outside investment. This is a proven solution. Fieldclix has managed over 50,000 daily deployments across 26 states. We are radically changing how our clients operate their business. Almost immediately after deploying Fieldclix, Marty and Jody improved their field productivity by 30% and profit margins by up to 10%. This means they could take on more work with existing teams and capture more margins on every project. I mentioned our work with Verizon. They want to be the first to nationwide 5G, which is why we're helping them deploy 5G more rapidly by creating integrated workflows with more than 30 subcontractors in the Northeast. Wireless construction is our beachhead, and we're positioned to dominate this space. U.S. wireless operators are investing more than $250 billion to deploy 800,000 5G antennas across the U.S. And post-COVID, the need for connectivity will only grow as more people work from home. And this is just the start. Beyond the 23,000 companies building communications and power infrastructure, we've identified more than 300,000 companies in the U.S. that face the unique challenges of managing short-term construction projects. This represents a multi-billion-dollar market opportunity, and it's growing every year. Dwayne and I built a product and a team to capture this market. Dwayne brings a track record starting and growing new companies. I bring 20 years experience in wireless and created a $40 million software services business for Capgemini. Fieldclix is uniquely positioned to change the way short-term construction projects are managed going forward. We have proof of product, we have proof of market, and we're ready to scale into the size of the opportunity. Please reach out if you'd like to be part of this journey. We look forward to speaking with you.
Hi, I'm Brian Hecht, venture partner here at ERA. Here's a situation we can probably all relate to. You're talking to a colleague at work and they take a step back. And after a minute, they reach into their pocket and offer you a stick of gum. I think we all know what that means. Well, our next company is tackling that sensitive subject head-on with a solution that is a scientific and completely original approach to an age-old problem. Please welcome Camille, founder and CEO of MouthOff.
Hi, I'm here today to talk about the $7 billion Americans spend and waste on fresh breath products that don't work. That's 100 million people repeatedly buying gums, mints, and strips that at best temporarily mask bad breath, but don't eliminate it. And masking it isn't sufficient. Once that minty flavor fades away, you're still stuck with that unpleasant odor and its consequences. Bad breath, whether morning breath, coffee breath, or a more serious halitosis condition, is caused by sulfur compounds. And no product on the market today can get rid of them. Until now. I'm Camille, founder of MouthOff, the dissolving gum that eliminates bad breath. I love consumer products. I worked at Danone, L'Oreal, and my previous business was a functional drink which sold online and in retail. A couple of years ago, I was consulting for a global biotech and learned of an extraordinary fresh breath ingredient they discovered. Since they're a B2B business, they didn't know what to do with it. But with my consumer experience, I saw an opportunity and I jumped on it. I negotiated an exclusive license, and this was the beginning of MouthOff. With my food engineers, we created a formula that acts as a delivery mechanism for the ingredient. You chew, it binds to, deactivates, and cleans away the sulfur compounds. And in 2 minutes, it's gone. Those other products are literally candy, which is why they're sold next to the chocolates in the candy aisle. We're fundamentally different and significantly better than those products. They only mask odor for 15 minutes, while we eliminate bad breath for 4 hours. We have clinical research to back this up, and consumer testing shows that MouthOff consistently removes even the strongest garlic breath. We know consumers want better options. Our data shows 60% prefer and are ready to switch to MouthOff. And due to COVID and everyone wearing a mask, we're all becoming a little bit more aware of our own breath. MouthOff solves for this too. MouthOff is in line with today's consumers' tastes and preferences. It's convenient. It dissolves in 2 minutes, so there's no need to spit it out, which also means it's eco-friendly. Our gum won't create litter, and it's better for you. There's no sugar, no artificial ingredients. It's all plant-based. We're on track to launch by the end of 2020, and in just 1 year, we've hit the major milestones needed for launching a new consumer brand. We secured the exclusive license with our biotech partner. We created and tested full functionality of the formula, and we partnered with a manufacturer in the US who is ready to start production. We're ready and excited to be bringing the 100 million people affected a solution that truly works. As a high-frequency repeat purchase, MouthOff is perfect for a D2C subscription. We'll offer a monthly supply of gum with a refillable pocket dispenser for on the go. As you can see, we've invested in a great brand with an edgy feel and modern packaging. And data shows that our subscription model has great unit economics. And we're not just relying on traditional D2C paid marketing. We're also launching in retail with a 2-piece pack. This will generate sales and also act as a discovery engine for the subscription product and lead to full distribution in drug, grocery, and big box. And I'm excited to announce today that we've already secured 2 distribution partners, a chain of dental practices and an office bathroom supplier, both perfect channels where fresh breath is top of mind. People have been treating bad breath the same way for decades. We're revolutionizing the $7 billion industry with a more effective and convenient product, our dissolving gum. And this patent-pending formula is also a better delivery vehicle to solve for other consumer health needs. Plaque removal is next, again with the first-to-market exclusive ingredient, with immunity and gut health to follow. We're the perfect team. As I mentioned earlier, I've done this before. I developed brands for some of the largest food and cosmetics companies in the world. Ola, my COO, is a 2-time founder and an expert in e-commerce and logistics. And my biotech partner, They're a leader in bioinnovation, and their technology generates over $10 billion in annual revenue. We'd love to have you join us in building a great brand, solving for a widespread problem with a proven scientific approach. So join us in vanquishing bad breath once and for all.
Hi, I'm Joe Teitelbaum, ERA, alum, mentor, and LP. In March, our world changed. In addition to social distancing and face masks, demand for deliveries exploded. Please meet Nick, CEO and co-founder of Hailify. Hailify has created a virtual fleet for the last mile delivery of just about everything.
Hi, I'm Nick, co-founder and CEO at Hailify, where we help companies deliver packages faster and cheaper using underutilized on-demand drivers. We've already started delivering packages from customers that fulfill over 100 million orders per year. Now, on-demand deliveries were already booming, and COVID has only accelerated that. Just last week, 80% of you probably had something delivered to your house. Companies that were struggling to keep up with on-demand deliveries prior to the crisis are having an even tougher time fulfilling orders. You'd think the solution would be to simply hire more drivers, but building and maintaining a fleet is expensive and difficult. At the same time, there are millions of on-demand drivers working for companies like Uber and Lyft that spend up to 50% of their time on the road unutilized. I first realized this driving for Uber, Lyft, via Juno to help pay my way through medical school. I would sit in a parking lot and wait 30 minutes or more between jobs several times a day. So there's this huge mismatch between companies that desperately need packages delivered and the 3 million on-demand drivers ready to deliver them. We created Hailify to solve this problem. Our technology gives companies the ability to seamlessly tap into a driver's unutilized time and fill it with the deliveries that they need done. We do this through a mobile app that integrates with the driver's existing driver apps, identifies when they are available, and sends them jobs from our delivery partners. The beauty of our solution is that we are able to scale our delivery infrastructure rapidly and cost efficiently, since Uber and Lyft have already done the heavy lifting of building these networks of drivers. And anyone can tap into our virtual fleet, big box retailers, consumer-facing apps, even local courier services. So it's a win-win. Companies get their deliveries done faster and cheaper, and drivers get more jobs, and of course, that means more money. And again, it's working. The value is so compelling, we've closed every company we've demoed. 4 companies up and running, and we've got 15 more delivery partners ready to integrate. And the drivers are just as excited. We've got over 5,000 signed up, and 400 are already onboarded, actively delivering orders. With a scalable business model, we make money by taking 20% of the delivery fee. And with more and more deliveries being completed every single day, we're ready to scale even faster. Now, I'm not just a former med student who drove for Uber on the side. I ran one of the largest free clinics in the United States and founded a successful nonprofit organization for diabetes research. My co-founder, James, founded and has been part of numerous early stage startups in New York and Silicon Valley. The on-demand revolution is here. It's already changed the way people get to their destinations. And with Hailify, we're going to change the way packages get to their destinations. Join us as we create the next generation of on-demand delivery. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Chris O'Brien, lead mentor for Naya. Like many of you, I've started and run a number of tech businesses here in New York City, and about my least favorite part of the whole process was choosing health insurance and other benefits for my employees. It's just a mess. Naya is changing all that by bringing a machine learning and AI approach to the process of choosing and using health insurance. To tell you all about it, please welcome Sina Tarazi, co-founder and CEO of Naya.
Thanks, Chris. Hi, my name is Sina Tarazi, and I'm the co-founder of Naya. In the US, small and medium businesses employ over 60 million people. For many of those workers, they cite health insurance as one of their top 3 drivers of job satisfaction. Meanwhile, health insurance costs have been rising by over 5% a year, and what we've learned is that 1/3 of US businesses are on the wrong plan. Business leaders are between a rock and a hard place. Costs keep going up, coverage is plummeting, and the people who are meant to be part of the solution, they're part of the problem. Welcome to Naya. Naya is a data-driven broker that uses AI to match businesses with more cost-effective, transparent, and personalized benefits. The other 11 months of the year, Naya is a trusted companion to workers so they can extract every ounce of value out of that health insurance investment. Because times have changed. Using the latest techniques in AI and data science, business leaders can achieve outcomes of 15% in terms of cost savings while improving coverage for their workers. Sound too good to be true? It isn't. We opened up our beta in the state of New York, which was 400% oversubscribed, and Naya distributed benefits to 15 businesses as our customers. We then successfully deployed our software into almost 2/3 of the employees at every single one of those customers, with users and revenue growing steadily during that period. How do we do it? Naya has 2 core pillars, Naya DNA and Companion. DNA cleans billions of data points about who you are as a business, who you were 2 years ago, who you are today, and who you very well may be 2 years from now. We also programmatically analyze network and health insurance related data to match you with the optimized health insurance program, often leading to savings of over 10%. Meanwhile, every reimbursement, every purchase, every claim reinforces our algorithms so we can optimize maintenance to you. Naya's Companion platform helps employees at the nexus of their wallet and their well-being. As you have symptoms, we match you with providers who are actually in your network. Our chatbot, Mr. Edison, can answer simple questions like, what is a deductible? What is my deductible? To more advanced queries like, is Dr. Magoon in my network? And if I go to Dr. Magoon for this procedure, how much is it likely to cost me? We connect employees with health and wellness tools, as well as an insurance financial guide that can help them understand if they've incurred an expense that's very likely HSA eligible. Businesses do not pay to use Naya. Instead, insurance companies pay us commissions as opposed to your old world broker with their Excel spreadsheets and their stacks of paper. To give a sense for the economics, a 100-person company in the state of New York generates about $40,000 in annual recurring revenue for Naya. Why are we the right team to get this done? My co-founder, Akash Magoon, is a graduate of the University of Maryland. He started and sold his first business, LIS Labs, in 2016, before becoming a machine learning leader at Amazon Web Services, as well as Enigma Technologies. I studied at Georgetown Law and Georgetown Business School and have been involved in scaling data businesses in New York, especially at the nexus of insurance and data. We have a rockstar team of angels and advisors, folks who have not only been C-suite leaders of leading American financial institutions, but co-founders themselves from inception to exit, and we're fortunate to lean upon their advice. And now we really are ready for takeoff. Our New York beta is complete, and we are integrating fantastic product feedback from our customers. We've recruited a great team across engineering and operations, data science, and growth, and we've already raised $1 million into our pre-seed round as we get ready to re-enter the market in June. The most exciting part is that as we penetrate more and more businesses and deliver better and better value, Naya's data assets grow stronger every day. The network effect means that every transaction reinforces our algorithms towards the goal of bringing better, more transparent, data-driven benefits to US businesses. Because the old model was great for the 1970s and 80s, but now more than ever, it's time for better. And we look forward to joining you along that journey. Thank you very much. Speak with you soon.
Hi, this is Perry Solomon, lead mentor for Rilla. When I first met Sebastian, the energy and passion in his voice convinced me that I had to work with him. And that's really the power of voice, conveying what we mean and motivating action. And that's what Rilla does for businesses. So get ready. Here's Sebastian, founder of Rilla.
Hi guys, my name is Sebastian and I am the founder of Rilla Voice. So think of the last time you went shopping. You probably spoke to someone like this. Let's call him Charles. Charles asked you what you needed. You said you were looking for the new Superfly 1000 sneakers. But Charles said they didn't have any. So you thanked him and you left. Now, in that very short but very typical conversation, Charles found out very important pieces of information about you. He found out who you were, why you were in the store in the first place, what specific product you were looking for, and how was your experience. So some of the largest brands in the world like McDonald's, Sephora, Walmart, They're spending tens of billions of dollars every year on social media analytics, online surveys, call center analytics, all to try to understand their customers better. But 90% of the interactions their customers have with their brand don't happen online. They happen offline, face-to-face, in their stores with people like Charles. And Charles has hundreds of these conversations every day, thousands every week, where he's getting to understand their customers much better. And it's not only Charles. It's the grocery store clerk who helps you find the toilet paper. It's the fast food worker who takes your order at the counter. It's the thousands of nurses helping patients all across the country. It's the tens of millions of field employees who are having billions upon billions of face-to-face conversations with customers every single month. That's data that's comparable to the amount of Google searches. And right now, none of it is being captured. But what if there was a way that businesses could hear what Charles is hearing, that they could understand their customers the way he does? That's why we built Rilla. We are doing voice recognition AI to capture insights from the conversations happening in offline commerce. Here's how it works. Step 1, employees talk with customers, just like they normally do. No training required. Step 2, from their microphone, just like the ones that many of them are already wearing, just like this one, our AI listens. And step 3, our AI captures insights and sends them to the cloud. Insights like who the customer is, what they care about, and, most importantly, how was their experience. Now, this might seem very simple, but capturing accurate analytics from these noisy conversations where multiple people are speaking stocks, maximize chances of conversion in store, and capitalize on a $300 billion opportunity. And that's just one example. But basically, everything Google Analytics did for e-commerce, we are doing for the remaining 90% of commerce that still today, yes, still today happens offline. And for this grand vision, we need an amazing team to go after it. I have experience selling software solutions to brands like Heineken and Molson, and Michael worked for the Department of Defense developing signal processing to detect enemy objects from sonar. So we have an amazing team that's able to execute incredibly quickly, but we also need support from amazing investors. And that is why we're here today, because we want your help in ushering the voice recognition revolution for offline commerce. Thank you guys for listening.
Hi everyone, this is Fatih Ozlaturk. I'm a venture partner of the ERA and also the lead mentor for Artist on Go. I could not be more excited about this demo day. I've worked with a lot of companies in the past, but it's not every day that I work with a company where the founders have already built a business with billion-dollar revenues and exited. So you could say that they know what they're talking about. So it is my absolute pleasure to invite DM to tell you more about Artist on Go.
Hello everyone, I am DM, co-founder of Artist on Go. Today we are going to talk a lot about haircuts, hair salon industry, and how we are changing it. I spent last 15 years building a chain of 350 premium salons that I sold to private equity. Let me share some facts. Hair salon industry is massive. 4 million people take haircut every single day, and they spend $76 billion. 82% of the business is repeat, driven by the relationship between hairstylist and their clients. Now, when you spend $50 on your haircut, you're thinking most of the money is going to your hairstylist. Unfortunately, no. Your hairstylist gets just 30%. He spends 70% of his income as rent to salon owners. Now, this is not a sustainable model. I saw a huge opportunity to provide access to salons in a much cheaper and better way. That's when we started Artist on Go. On our platform, we allow these hairstylists to rent unused capacity from existing salons. So now they can work directly with you and make 3 times more income. So when you spend $50, they keep 75% of it, not 30% as earlier. Salons are actually very excited about this model because now they can monetize their unused capacity. Salons have 70% unused capacity. Yes, that's a fact. We launched our platform in New York City 5 months back. Response has been great. We already have 600 hairstylists, growing 40% month over month. Power users use our platform 3 to 5 times every week. Hunji, one of our power users, she has made 167 bookings in last 5 months. Yes, 167 bookings. Based on the current usage, we expect hairstylists using our platform for $7,500 on booking, of which 30% is net artist on go revenues. Now you're thinking, wow, this is a great platform. I must share with my hairstylist. Yes, that's how we have grown. Hairstylists use our platform, they love it, and they share on social media. We have a network effect about it. Now let's chat about COVID. COVID has actually accelerated the adoption of our platform because more and more hairstylists are looking for better and flexible options, and we provide them one. And salons, they want to make more income, and we help them to do so. In April alone, we have seen 417 advanced bookings on our platform. We are very excited about this. Now let me share our expansion plans. We understand this market and industry very well. There's a requirement of this platform everywhere. However, we are starting with only top 10 cities where the market is very focused, concentrated, and huge. To achieve our first $100 million in bookings, we need to acquire 18,000 hairstylists. We are actually on it. I'm pleased to announce our partnerships with brands L'Oreal and Vidat, who have established relationships with millions of hairdressers. These partnerships will only accelerate our growth. Most importantly, there's a very strong team behind this mission. My co-founder Aati, she has worked directly with the co-founders of Ubers. She has 15 years of product growth experience working for brands like E-Trade, Pager, and other startups. Pat Parento, he spent 26 years as CEO of L'Oreal. We are very excited to build a company which can support not only hairstylists, but also other artists like acupuncturists, masseuses, tattoo artists, because their need is similar. Our vision is to be a largest player in service and beauty economy without owning a salon, single salon. And I welcome you to join our team. Thank you very much.
Hello, my name is Justin Smithline, and I'm the lead mentor for Solution. When we met Sean, we were really intrigued by his insight to completely reinvent the health savings account, and we're enamored with his bigger vision around patient finance. Here's Sean from Solution.
Good afternoon. I'm Sean Gredham, co-founder and CEO of Solution. For the past 10 years, I've been a portfolio manager at a $4 billion fund here in New York City. My primary role is to finance the balance sheets of fintech originators. And in that role, the most pressing financial problem that I saw was the consumer's inability to afford high-deductible healthcare. Solution solves this problem. By changing how consumers use their health savings accounts, we have unlocked tax savings on an additional $40 billion of out-of-pocket medical expenses. And we've created the optimal mechanism to deliver an entirely new form of patient finance, which we believe is a $3 billion a year opportunity. Today, health savings accounts force consumers to build a cash balance to pay for medical expenses. And this is a problem. Of the 30 million households that have HSA-eligible health plans, 35% don't have the money to contribute. They need the tax savings the most and don't get it. And for about 50%, they contribute, but only what they think they might spend. When faced with unexpected medical expenses, they also miss out on tax savings. With Solution, there are no upfront contributions, no cash balances, no debit cards. Consumers pay for medical expense like any other expense, with cash or credit. After the expense is paid, you log it with us. From there, Solution creates a simultaneous contribution into and reimbursement out of your HSA to affect the tax savings. It is like an HSA on demand, and because upfront contributions aren't necessary, every consumer can receive an HSA tax savings on every medical expense. And when consumers win, their employers do too. Employers avoid payroll taxes on HSA contributions. By expanding HSA usage amongst their workforce, companies receive a net benefit of over $500 per employee. $115 is additional payroll tax savings, and the other $400 is an effective increase in employee take-home pay. I feel very fortunate to have assembled a world-class team to execute our mission. I spent the first 10 years of my career as a sell-side mortgage trader managing a $4 billion book of loans. I later moved to the buy side, where I created an entirely new financial asset class with the first securitization of clean energy assessments. Originating, executing, and managing complex financial transactions, that's my jam. Giles Nugent is our COO. We overlapped at Bank of America, where he was head of Global Structured Products Technology. He managed a group of 200 technologists building pricing and risk management systems for the investment bank. Most recently, he was an executive vice president at PIMCO, responsible for their front office technology. And Daniel Winters, our CTO. He's an experienced entrepreneur and excellent engineer that has designed and built our HSA platform. Today, our HSA platform is operational and saving pilot users money on their taxes. We just started phase 2, integrating with companies and their payroll providers. Looking forward, there's a huge opportunity to finance out-of-pocket medical expenses. We've specifically designed an HSA that delivers an entirely new form of tax-advantaged patient finance. The unit economics and the size of the opportunity speak for themselves, but what gets us really excited is that we believe our HSA is unequivocally the best way to reach this untapped market, and here's why. First, HSAs are uniquely positioned to see the entire medical wallet, giving us the ability to help finance the entire medical burden. Second, as an HSA administrator, employers pay $3 per employee per month, effectively paying us to acquire our customers. Most importantly, the principal component of a loan used to pay for medical expenses is itself an HSA qualified medical expense. Our medical loans, when run through our HSA, are 25 points cheaper than any competing financing. And finally, our loans are serviced directly through payroll, dramatically improving the credit quality of what is mostly a non-prime population. Looking forward, this gives us the opportunity to expand beyond patient finance to all consumer financing needs with a lower cost, higher credit consumer loan offering. This is some pretty exciting stuff. I look forward to speaking with all of you after the event. Take care.
Hi, I'm Brian Hecht, venture partner here at ERA. Now, I work with a lot of direct-to-consumer companies, and many of them suffer from the same problem. They're nice-to-haves, not must-haves. Our next company has identified a rare, essential product that you may not think of every day. It's under the radar but ripe for innovation, and speaks to a demographic that is all too often ignored. Here to tell you more is Stephen, co-founder and CEO of Hazel.
Hey everyone, I'm Stephen, the co-founder and CEO of Hazel. I want you all to meet Kay. Kay's a 64-year-old HR executive. She has 2 adult children, and she loves her weekly Pilates class. I met Kay in my previous role when I helped found a social club for people over 50. And Kay explained to me that there was a big difference between the beauty products she loves and the personal care products that make her feel old. Earlier in my career, I led strategy at Plated, and my co-founder, Aubrey, designed brand and product experiences for women at companies like Zola and Rockets of Awesome. Since we both come from user-focused companies, Kay's story really resonated with us. So we began talking with hundreds of women over 50, and we learned that just like Kay, they're demanding a better personal care experience. And we were surprised to learn that the biggest pain point was incontinence products, specifically adult diapers. That's why we built Hazel, to be a personal care brand, empowering the ever-evolving woman with elevated, groundbreaking products, starting with disposable underwear. The incontinence category is an overlooked $13 billion market, and it's the fastest growing category in personal care. 1 in 2 women over 50 experience some type of leakage due to life experiences like childbirth and menopause. This is a must-have product, and it's one of the most in-demand categories. As COVID moved sales online, all incontinence products were sold out overnight on Amazon, Target, and Walmart. And yet, 70% of women hate the current solution. It's a product their mothers wear, not something she wants to wear. They're bulky, they're papery, they're basically oversized baby diapers. But legacy brands own 100% of the market, and they're leveraging their existing baby diaper manufacturing and supply chain. So they have zero incentive to innovate. And to be clear, we're not just another white-labeled product. We worked with material scientists that come from Johnson & Johnson, and we completely re-engineered our patent-pending underwear. So we prioritized fit, function, and aesthetics. So while our competitors are using plastic, we've introduced new materials and technologies. But we know our product can't just work better. It has to look and feel better. So we've designed this product alongside fashion designers from J.Crew and Ralph Lauren. And we worked with models in demo representing different body types, allowing us to design for the way her body changes as she gets older. And we've also reimagined the existing manufacturing process, from the machinery to the supply chain. That's something our competitors can't and won't do. This demo represents a completely new consumer category. The overall population is getting older, and they control most of the disposable income. And they have a particular willingness to try new online brands and services. So the time to do this is right now. We're launching direct to consumer to learn from our customers and iterate quickly. And this is perfect for subscription. It's need-based, and she uses it daily. This leads to an attractive and scalable business model. Our tests have shown a $450 lifetime value on a $50 CAC. That's a 9x return on marketing dollars. And from the beginning, it was important for us to connect with our consumer. So we've already established a community of influential women who have helped shape the brand and mission. And they're excited to share Hazel with their followers. So as we grow and scale, we know that this authentic momentum is the way to turn on other sales channels like Amazon and Target. So over the last year, we've developed the brand, the physical product, and validated it all with consumer research. But we know that incontinence products are just the start. Just like Hims and Hers has done for the healthcare category, Hazel has its sights set on the $126 billion personal care space for women over 50. So join us as we empower the ever-evolving woman with groundbreaking products and the elevated experience she deserves. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Justin Smithline, and I'm the lead mentor for Parento. When we first met Dirk, what intrigued us most was the unique way in which he was tackling this problem from an insurtech perspective. I've been really impressed with his execution to date, and I'm excited by the sector tailwinds. Here's Dirk from Parento.
Having a child is one of the most joyful and rewarding life events, but not a happy career event. There's a disconnect between the way society and the working world approach having children. When a baby is born, it impacts the parents and their companies. Yet companies don't know how to effectively handle employees having children, even though almost all of them will. For parents, 1/3 of new moms quit after having a child. New moms who do return cut their work hours and commitment to their careers. That creates a lifetime earnings gap, all because they were never given the necessary support to balance the competing priorities of work and a new child. For employers, that results in over 500 million lost work hours each year. And that's just from the new moms that return. For the economy, that's over $13 billion in lost earning power. To offer a semblance of paid parental leave today, companies have to cobble together sick days, vacation, even short-term disability insurance. But that still doesn't provide enough time, pay, or resources for new parents to transition to their new life. That's why I created Parento. I'm Dirk Dobler, the founder of Parento, and we offer the first and only insurance-based paid parental leave program for small to mid-sized businesses. For employers, our program provides the tools and covers a risk and salary when a mom or dad takes parental leave. For the employee, our program enables the necessary income for them to take the time they need while receiving guidance and return to work support. A comprehensive paid parental leave program like ours boosts retention of new moms from the average of 67% to over 90% and drives an ROI of 40 to 60% by also increasing average employee tenure and new parent productivity. We fit seamlessly into corporate buying habits today. Companies already buy insurance for their health, dental, vision, and disability income, and now they can for parental leave. In fact, we offer them a replacement to what incumbents position as a solution for paid maternity leave, disability insurance. I created Parento because existing programs don't and won't meet the full needs of employees having children. Our platform provides the best tool to attract and retain talent. We haven't even launched, yet we have nearly 20 companies with between 90 and 3,300 employees in our funnel, most of whom we've quoted. We also have a dozen benefits brokers who are experts in benefits, bringing the product to their clients, some as large as 20,000 employees. Now, to access our platform, companies pay a fee per employee based on our proprietary actuarial tables. Via our partner Boost Insurance, reinsurers take all of the risk and pay all claims, while Parento retains a portion of paid premiums along with a program fee. While our partners take all of the risk, we focus on platform development and distribution. As our initial anchor offering, we are unlocking a whole new category in employer-sponsored paid family leave and support. We will solve not just the financial, but the logistical and emotional challenges that most Americans at small to mid-sized firms inevitably face when they have a child or suddenly become a caregiver. Parento will be the stamp of a family-friendly firm. I came to this problem because I wanted to offer paid parental leave to my employees when I ran finance for a consumer goods startup. I discovered other CFOs wanted a purpose-built solution as well. With my background in data and finance, I'm out to help companies overcome the financial obstacles that disproportionately hinder women's careers. Now, there's talk that all this quarantining will result in a baby boom, but in all seriousness, there has never been a better time for this. The pandemic is accelerating companies' awareness that parental and family support is key to a successful workforce strategy. Our next step is to launch, bind coverage with companies, and change the way America deals with working families. Having children should be a happy event, period. If you want to learn more, please reach out.
I'm Phil Metches, ERA entrepreneur in residence. Like many of you, I own my home. Like some of you, I also own a house we rent out. That rental house is an all-or-nothing proposition. What if it doesn't have to be that way? Meet Sandeep. He's here to tell you about that better way, Coinopoly.
Hi, I'm Sandeep, and I'm the founder of Coinopoly. I'd like to start by introducing you to Jill. Jill and her husband are both millennials. They just started a family, and like their parents and their parents before them, they want to buy a home. But every time they visit a home builder, they don't have the price of entry. They can't afford the down payment. So instead, they rent a home. And every month they write a check feeling terrible about the money that they're throwing away and that they can't share in the biggest part of the American dream. It turns out that Jill's story is not uncommon. 90% of millennials want to own a home, but 65% will have to wait 20 years or more to afford it. That's unacceptable. As a home builder in Los Angeles for the past 15 years, I knew there had to be a better way to solve this. And that's why I created Coinopoly. Coinopoly cracks the code for home ownership with its rent-to-own platform for new single-family homes. So how do we do this? Well, the trick is what we call fractional ownership, which allows a house to have multiple owners. Renters can buy a small fraction of their home each year, and for the very first time, we eliminate the need for a down payment. Not only does this innovation help renters, it also unlocks value for real estate investors. Remember the person who introduced me, Phil? Well, it turns out Phil and about 10 million other landlords like him typically own one property. So what we do is we pool together capital from folks like Phil who want to spread risk across multiple homes, not just one. Next, we take this capital and we buy in bulk from home builders for a better price. Finally, we rent to Jill, and as a renter to homeowner, she's less likely to move, lowering vacancy rates and creating a better community with higher home prices. As a result, Phil sees a 35% improvement in returns because Coinopoly brings lower risk, higher appreciation, and predictable rental income. It's a win-win for everyone involved, Phil, Jill, and even the home builder. Because Coinopoly manages our own assets, we make money by taking a 10% cut off rental income, and we also charge a 2.5% transaction fee every time capital enters or leaves our platform. So how big is this market? Well, it's huge. There are over $15 billion worth of new rental homes that are bought by investors each year. So to start, we're launching a project of 45 single-family homes in California, representing $15 million in assets under management. It's actually in the same market where I previously built houses. Over the next 5 years, we have plans to expand in 12 geographic markets nationally, with 10,000 homes in all and over $3 billion in assets under management. The time is now. A national shortage of housing hurts renters, and historical low interest rates make it harder to find good returns. I'd like to end by introducing you to one more person, and that's my grandfather. When he started our family business 75 years ago in a small village in India, he knew that pooling together capital from the locals was the way to grow. But little did he know that his idea would make his family into one of India's largest real estate developers, or that his grandson would expand on his idea to enable homeownership and a ladder up to the American dream for so many people. Please reach out to me to learn how you too can be a part of Coinopoly's mission to unlock fractional ownership for better returns and the American dream. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Joe Galarno, ERA alum and lead mentor for Spotter. With years of experience in logistics, the two founders of our next company have identified the missing link in automating the $800 billion trucking business. The proof? For an industry with razor-thin margins, load profitability doubled after human dispatchers were swapped out for Spotter software on 1,000 loads. Here to tell you more is CEO Pei Wu.
In just 1 month since launch, Spotter has $6 million in sales agreements just off a functional MVP. Do I have your attention? Great. So what do we do? Spotter solves the pain point of truck dispatching. Truck dispatching is a job of matching freight to trucks in a way that maximizes profitability to the trucking company. And currently, this is done in an extremely manual and antiquated way. Dispatchers scroll through thousands of options comparing factors like price, destination, scheduling, fuel costs, and 20 other factors. They stare at the computer all day, and at most they can cover 8 trucks per week. And due to this manual process, the dispatch market is a huge $6.4 billion opportunity, consisting of 600,000 trucks and 80,000 dispatchers just in the US target market. And far more important than the high costs of running a dispatch office is all the lost profits from not applying data analysis to find the most profitable loads, and all the lost profits from not booking high-paying loads quickly enough because the dispatcher was manual and too slow. My co-founder Gabe owned a trucking company, and he experienced this problem firsthand. Prior to that, he was a trader developer at a top-tier high-frequency trading firm in Chicago. I also have logistics experience. I was a CTO at a logistics software company. Together, Gabe and I have been great friends for 8 years, and we built Spotter. Spotter is a web application that streamlines all the manual dispatch processes and runs a selection algorithm to identify the most profitable loads. Let me give you an example of how Spotter works. When a new load shows up in the marketplace, Spotter finds all of the trucks near that load using GPS. Then Spotter processes tens of thousands of data points to price the load and submits a bid. Spotter does this instantaneously for every single load across every single marketplace. We've tested Spotter on 1,000 shipments, and we saw a 100% increase in net profit for our customers, 20% from cost savings and 80% from revenue increase. You may be wondering, why hasn't this been done before? How is Spotter the first solution? 2 main reasons. Number one, the e-commerce boom caused a spike in on-demand shipping, and everyone was making so much money that process inefficiencies got overlooked. But in the last year, on-demand trucking became saturated and dispatching is getting significant attention. Second reason, it wasn't possible to build Spotter until recently. A lot of the data necessary wasn't available. And that segues to my next point. $5 billion of venture capital since 2018 has been invested towards supporting infrastructure that allows Spotter to be possible, but none of the money went towards actually building Spotter. All of the money went towards building high-tech marketplaces, brokerages, and truck tracking devices. Only 1% of that money went towards dispatch technology, where dispatching is 40% of the logistics optimization market opportunity. Spotter needs to happen now. There's overwhelming customer demand. We approached our customers and we said, let's pilot 5 trucks, and they offered 50. Spotter is perfectly positioned to grow quickly, and we're here to make it happen. Thank you so much for listening. Please send us an email. We would love to tell you more.
Hi, I'm Brian Hecht, venture partner here at ERA. Now, data is the currency of today's marketing and advertising world. It's incredibly valuable, but with more and more security and privacy regulations, getting the right kind of data is harder than ever. Our next founder has built an ingenious platform that provides an interactive experience that engages consumers while giving companies the opt-in first-party data they need. Introducing Will Cohen, founder and CEO of Top.
What do brands really need? They need data. But it's harder than ever to get consumers to share their data. And why should they? Advertising is boring, annoying, and intrusive. That's why consumer engagement is at record lows. And now it's a data apocalypse. With restrictive privacy laws and cookies going away, the brands, they're losing their most valuable asset, the data. Their hands are tied and they have no tools to fix this problem. Hi, I'm Will Cohen, founder and CEO of Top. I saw this problem firsthand when I was head of mobile and strategy, working with major companies like Walmart, Coca-Cola, and GameStop. That's how I know more than anything that brands crave data. And the way they get this data is by consumers engaging and giving them something in return for the data they share. But that takes more than a clever ad campaign. It takes a fundamentally different approach that requires new technology. And that's where Top comes in. We are a platform that allows advertisers to acquire rich first-party data. This is data that the consumers themselves give to the brand, and it's all opt-in and privacy compliant. So let's see how this actually works. Brands log into our SaaS platform. They provide their own creative and generate their own campaigns. It can be on mobile, on web, digital billboards, connected TV, and it can even be native content. And because they're using Top, it enables all types of engaging features like live voting, competitions, and games. It all requires consumers to volunteer their data in order to participate. So if consumers want to nominate and vote on the features they want in their next cell phone, Samsung can run that promotion. And in order to participate, consumers must opt in with their email and permission to engage. Because they want to participate, they want influence. We then take all of that data, and using AI, we provide brands invaluable insights and predictive analytics on these customers, their preferences, and future purchase behavior. All this is possible because in the end, the brands own the data. But the way it is now, publishers are holding the data hostage. They use it and they never share it back with the brands who paid for it. Top turns that model on its head. And that's why brands are demanding Top. And we've got the traction to prove it. We launched this 5 months ago, and we are already working with Priceline, Comcast, Gallo Wine, and Kanye West. Yes, even Kanye. And we're in advanced talks with companies like Condé Nast, Walmart, and Coca-Cola. We charge each of these clients up to $100,000 a year, and we're on track to do over $1 million in ARR this year. And today, I'm proud to share that we are now releasing new technology to support esports and gaming. We're partnering to integrate with NBA 2K, FIFA, Fortnite, and League of Legends. There are enormous tailwinds for gaming. Organic interest in video games was already skyrocketing. And now, without live sports and events, it's the right time to enter this $120 billion industry. With this expansion, Top has proven that we can quickly scale and deploy our technology at any time on any platform to help brands achieve the lasting engagement and data collection they desperately need. We are the perfect team to be the leader in this new data landscape. As I mentioned earlier, I helped create products for some of the largest brands and retailers in the world. And our CTO, Marvin, has over 3 decades of experience with companies like Apple and Visa with multiple startup exits. At Top, we have the tech, we have the team, and we have the experience to disrupt the way we engage consumers to collect privacy-compliant data. If you'd like to join us, please be in touch. We would love to tell you more. Thank you.
Thanks so much for joining us today. I'm sure you can see why we're so excited about this group of companies.
Now, please click on the link below to book meetings with these amazing companies. We've been so impressed with the businesses they're building.
And as always, we're looking for exceptional founders and startups to join our Summer 2020 program. If you have a founder in mind, we would love to get connected. And again, a big thank you to all of our mentors who are here with us today. I will be reaching out shortly to schedule your next visit with our upcoming cohort. Thank you.